MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in New York. Ought to be a good one here between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Juan Lagares makes his way to the plate now as we're just about set for baseball this evening. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Now the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Ready now on 1-1. Oh, had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Here comes a 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
2-2. And this one will be foul back in among the fans. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss on the fastball, then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening.
That's one of the questions we'll ask as this night goes on. Can he wind up putting guys away with that fastball? Now, I think he gave a pretty clear indication, 1 batter into the ball game, that he brought his good stuff with him tonight.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game.
Well, the previous pitch was a fastball away. This time, they try to come in with that fastball. He jumped all over it.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1.
I don't think he's going to want to throw that pitch in that same location again ever in his life to this guy.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Now a swing and a miss, strike 3 as Wright is gone for out number 2. Lucas Duda will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. He's set. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. And that's through for a base hit.
Well, even when you keep him in the ballpark, he can be trouble. And here he's right on this pitch, and he smokes it into left field for a solid single.
In now, Michael Kadire, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught reaching on that pitch. We've seen a few of his teammates do it already. That's a great job to recognize slider and play off.
2-0 on the way. Swing and a line drive to left. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score as the Mets have claimed the early 1-0 advantage.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what's happening here. He's focused so much on lining up to make this throw that he actually forgets to catch the ball first. And he's going to get hit with an error for his efforts here. Or maybe you'd call it lack of effort.
Into the box now, Curtis Granderson. This is a look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
And this will be fouled away. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Granderson waits on the 1-2. Hits softly to the right side. A throw to the plate. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and this was a pretty dicey situation as to whether they were going to be able to get that force out at the plate or not. And you can see the hustle coming down the line as he winds up beating that throw home.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ballgame. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
1-1 on the way. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Here comes the 1-2. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Mets 2. The Marlins coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. A look there at the starting lineup for the host Marlins. They'll go to work against the hard-throwing right-hander Matt Harvey, as you see his numbers there. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. D. Gordon will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Now here's a fastball up that he sends in the air out to fairly deep center field. Lagares is there to make the catch, and it's a 1-pitch out to start the home first.
And on the mound, he knows he can afford to work up in the zone here in this ballpark because of all the room out there in the outfield. So that's a good job of pitching to your surroundings as he gets easy fly out there.
First pitch coming. Christian Yelich is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. Once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a solo home run for Christian Yelich, and the Marlins have made this a 2-1 game.
And sometimes as a pitcher out there, you have to challenge guys up in the strike zone. The only thing is, it just can't be out over the middle of the plate. Here he got the fastball up all right, but he didn't get it in. So he extends his arms out there and he hits this ball a long, long way.
Here's Ichiro now.
Right fielder, Ichiro.
As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Now the pitch. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Wow, that's dangerously close to being back-to-back home runs. This ball just didn't have enough carry to it, so winds up being a warning track out.
Here's Michael Morse now. As he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. And that is through into left field, a base hit. Marcell Ozuna will get his first cuts here with two gone now and a runner at first. First pitch on the way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
He waits, now the pitch. Oh, and he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike two. Two strikes now from Harvey. Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed, so he'll need to get the force at first. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. Marlins get a run in the inning on this home run from Christian Yelich. Second inning coming up, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Wilmer Flores leads things off now in the top half of the second. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Hard hit towards center. And that is going to be a base hit.
Yeah, the first inning was no picnic, and now he's already in trouble again here in the second. He hadn't looked all that sharp so far, and he's in danger of really putting his guys behind the 8 ball early.
Stepping in now, Matt Harvey. And the pitcher is, in fact, bunting here as he puts this one down. Echeverria for one. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the one there.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is bunted just way too hard, so that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Here's Juan Lagares. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. He's set, now the pitch. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. First and second now, one man out. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, 1-1. One pitch on the way. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No, strike two, says the third base umpire. Now the 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
A little unfortunate there. With runners at first and second, he's playing behind the runner at first, so he doesn't have a shot to knock this ball down. Now, if he's holding, this is probably an easy double play. Instead, now you've got the bases loaded.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A lot of pitches up in the zone here early on.
And that's not the worst thing in the world at this place, but you've got to pick your spots.
Morse will get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for out number 2.
Boy, you got to believe he's counting his lucky stars out there on the mound. He's facing one of the best run producers in the game with the bases loaded, and he's able to retire him. He's still not off the hook yet, but at least that'll earn him a big exhale out there.
And a swing as he pulls this one into right. And this is going to plate at least 2 of those runners as it's down for extra bases. 2 runs score. Now the third man has scored. And he is in at third as he clears the bases with a triple.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder.
After getting that second out, you figured he had a decent chance at getting out of this and stranding the bases loaded, but not so fast. All 3 come around to score here on the triple, and that is a dagger here with 2 away.
Into the box, Michael Kadire, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him. Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
And I think there's 2 ways you can kind of look at this hit by pitch. On the one hand, it's a little suspicious simply because these guys have scored so many runs already. But at the same time, at some point, you've got to put a stop to guys diving out over the plate. And this may be that time.
Curtis Granderson will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Whether this is intentional or not, you're not going to be long for this game if you hit back-to-back guys. Umpires, they tend to have a quick hook after that.
Travis d'Arnaud will have a shot now to really open this one up in the early going. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Got to wonder if the natives will start to get restless here.
Well, it's definitely not the start to this game this crowd was hoping for. Far from it.
The next pitch. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an...
Oh, meanwhile, my goodness, that ball caught him pretty good out there on the mound. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Mets 5 and the Marlins 1. Martin Prado will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Leading off for the Marlins, third baseman.
Now here's the first pitch. In the air to right center. Kadire is there to take this one, and the bottom of the second starts with a 1-pitch out. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring in Jared Saltalamacchia. Now here's the first pitch. Here's a hard hit ball ripped down the first base line. But this is foul for the first strike. Now here it comes. Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike 2. And now a pitch on the way. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. So 1-2 with 1 away. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Adeiny Echeverria will get his first chance now, trying to get something started with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to him. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're down here 5-1. Wilmer Flores ready to go here as we begin the third.
Shortstop, Wilmer Flores.
Come on, let's get you out here.
And here's the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Standing in now, Matt Harvey tries to get the bunt down here, but this is foul, and we'll see if he tries it again. Pause, now the pitch. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but hey, he gets the job done.
Here's Juan Lagares. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Comes set, now the pitch. Fouled back. Comes set, now the pitch. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Don't let him score!
Here's Daniel Murphy now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And that'll score the run from second as they open it up now to 6-1. David Wright will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. The 1-1. 1-2 as he chases the slider.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
Lays off 2-2 now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. 1 for the Mets here on the RBI double. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Marlins 1. Henderson Alvarez makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. First offering on the way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Here it comes. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Hey, and you know, sometimes when you don't have your best stuff, you can still go out there and help your guys out by swinging the bat. And sure enough, he goes after this pitch here, and he's going to wind up on first base with a base hit.
Here's D. Gordon now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. A runner at first with no outs here. Has a look, now the pitch. On the ground to second base, this could be 2. There's one, relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, a pretty good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
Christian Yelich. We'll see if he can do it again. He homered his first time around. First pitch coming. Grounded fouled off to the right side. From the belt, the pitch. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. He's ready now, the pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I'll say this, he wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. And the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Here's Ichiro now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. He's set, now the pitch. Oh, he tried to hold up there, but here's a check swing grounder to the right side. And he'll just make the tag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Miami. They trail 6-1. Lucas Duda will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there, but hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Here's another 1-2. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And stepping in, the right fielder, Michael Kadire. Out of play. The pitch. A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
2-2 pitch on the way. Here's a ball chopped toward the second baseman.